With this video I've been trying to make for quite some time, but I couldn't make it. So for almost 36 hours, because I've been busy in preparing for Diwali party, which is on November 4th at our place. So anyway, so let's talk about, so let me throw you a simple thing in front of you, the simple numbers. There is a person who makes around $3,500 per month by working 10-hour shifts. He works around maybe 5 days total. He can easily make it 7 days a week, and he can easily make it, instead of 10, he can work for 12 hours a day. Why not work 14 hours a day? When I started my business, I used to work 17 hours a day, 18 hours a day. Why not? It's your own business, right? Now, so this is his ability. I think he can start making $7,000 to $8,000 per month. This is what he can easily earn working in a restaurant, in regular restaurants and stuff like that. Desi restaurants, Indian restaurants. Guess guys, so there is an Indian restaurant which is available for sale. By the way, the Indian restaurant that where he works at, probably I asked him, what is the total sale? What's obviously the guy who is paying there are 5 such people working there. So the guy is paying around $20,000 in salary, right? I already told you his salary, right? So there are 4 more people, so maybe $20,000 he's paying, the owner of the restaurant. And he's paying rents and everything, maybe $30,000. His total sale, what do you expect? How much profit he could be making? He's making a profit of $55,000 a month. Makes sense? And this is known to this guy. Let's call him, his name is, let's call him Noor. Mr. Noor knows it. He knows he's making $50,000 a month. And he also knows that he's making $4,000 a month. Guess what would be the price of this restaurant? And that's what the biggest opportunity is in this country, which nobody realizes. I'll talk about n number of opportunities like this, but let's first start with this. Guess how much money, how much that restaurant is worth if you want to go and buy it. That guess. You would think it has a profit of $50,000 a month, maybe around $600,000 or around $600,000 a year. So its value should be like $20 million or $2 million, right? That's what you would think, right? $2 million. You'll be surprised. It's dirt cheap. It's dirt cheap. $150K. $150,000 is the price of the restaurant. Guess how much money needs to be able to get the restaurant? If he uses an investor, just maybe 10%, 20% he needs rest, right? Rest. So maybe he needs only 30K. If a person makes like $4,000 a month and he needs to have 30,000 to own the restaurant, which will give him $55,000 a month, he obviously he has to give something to the investor. Maybe he can give $10,000 to the investor, $40,000 a month. Tell me something. He's making. Why would it? And his living expenses are maybe like now about $700-800 a month, not more than that, right? So he may be he's saving. He can potentially save $3,000 now, and if he works twice as hard, he can save approximately $7,000 every month. With 4 months of savings only, he can easily buy that restaurant and then start making $40,000 a month. Tell me, is there any riddle here? Is there any doubt here? Is there any, is there anything that doesn't need to be done? Do you see any problem here? I don't see any problem here at all. Problem is in the people not knowing these things. That's the reason people who have relatives here, whose relatives are here, who have friends who can completely trust them. I'll come to that. That's the main issue. The investor, so he can easily find an investor and he can easily get to know this. Another thing is to start a new restaurant, you need some extra money, maybe $10,000, $20,000 to maybe burners have to be changed, maybe something has to be changed. Something, it's not going to be that easy. You may not get the customers right away because let's say if it is an Indian restaurant that is being sold, that's great. Mostly you may not get an Indian restaurant. So you'll get all the furnishing, everything would be done. It's just that you would get a restaurant which is not Indian, most probably maybe Japanese, Vietnamese, Thai, all these things. The reason being, they are for sale. So you have to be open to all these ideas. You have to be near your home also, right? Having said this, right? So I know that customer footfall may not occur the very first day. Do you know the rule for getting a new guy in, getting the new customers in? 6 months. That's it. Just 6 months. You should be able to bear the expenses for another 6 months. So that's like $20,000 a month, approximately $25,000. That's another $150K. Guys, $150K for this restaurant, $150K for carrying cost. Tell me something. Isn't it a no-brainer to buy this restaurant and get it over with? And you get an investor in, you don't need to worry about any of these expenses. And you can be in the big bracket. That's the reason if my relative comes, I will make sure he immediately opens the restaurant. My relative came to one of my nephews came to this country and he's making $40,000 a month within 4 months. It's a no-brainer how he does that. In every skill, every line, there are opportunities like this. It's just that investor doesn't know you. The only thing is trust. You need to know how to establish trust with people. You need to be able to show them that you mean business and you will take care of it and you will run it like your own thing. And you should be ready to part ways with some money. You cannot say, hey, I will keep all the money because I'm doing all the work. Investor is taking all the risk too. And you need to understand how this works here in America. In America, real estate agent, when he doesn't take any risk, he gets 6% of the sale price. In America, when a real estate agent, parks rents a home for you, rents out a house for you, he gets 10% of the rent forever. If a person holds an H1, he gets at least 20% forever. This is America. Investor has to make money too. If you understand this basic principle and make sure an investor trusts you, then you can easily make this money. Because if you have some uncle, they're great. If you don't have an uncle, go make one. Go get an investor. He will make sure you do it. Don't say, hey, you invested $100,000. Here's your $100,000 plus your $500. Say, this is your $500,000 back to you because you helped me when you needed me. The investor would say, give me $10,000.